Jones.
Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made these chewy chocolate cookies with very simple ingredients. Very simple and basic ingredients. So first of all, my wheat flour, I add a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. Then I add Milo. I did not use cocoa. I did not use any chocolate. I used Milo. If you're Nigerian, you know Milo. So I used 2 sachets of Milo. By the way, the flour I used was not all-purpose flour. It was wheat flour, and it was 2 cups of wheat flour. And I added 2 sachets of Milo. If you have a sweet tooth, you could add 3 sachets of Milo. And for my sugar, I just added 3 teaspoons. If you have a sweet tooth, you could add like 4 to 5 spoons. Then I mix all my dry ingredients together. I mix them properly so that everything is what now? Just so that everything is well distributed. So I mix all my dry ingredients together. I had 2 cups of wheat flour, whole wheat flour, because like the healthier option. Whole wheat flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder, a very, very tiny pinch of salt, a pinch of salt, and 2 sachets of Milo chocolate powder. So I make sure I mix it properly. This recipe is really nice. You could just cook up something, and trust me, it's going to really come out nice. You might not have all the ingredients here, but if you follow this recipe that I did, trust me, your cookies will come out fine and very, very fantastic. So now I'm using cooking margarine, because I told you guys, very simple ingredients for these cookies. Nothing fancy, nothing baker's championship or anything like that. Just normal chocolate cookies when you're craving them. So the cooking margarine finished, I had to use Blue Band. We know Blue Band if you're Nigerian, the spread for bread. And 3 heaps of tablespoons of butter is just enough. It's just enough. But if you want to add more for more moisture in your cookie, then you can go ahead to add more. But that was all I did, and now I'm putting my butter into my flour mixture. You guys can tell I was struggling with getting all the butter off this spoon. So now I made sure my hands were clean before I started. So now gently I begin to mix the butter and the flour mixture together gently, so that you don't get your flour out of the plate. So I began to mix gently. I began to mix it gently. Now, if you do not mind, you can use a spatula or a very good instrument to mix it. But I didn't, because I wanted everything to get mixed properly. I'm sorry, you can see Jennifer in the background. I had to tell her to leave that place. So now I've broken 1 egg into my plate. Now I'm whisking it properly to add to my mixture. However, if you do not have egg, or you do not want to use egg, it is totally fine. Totally fine. So I created a small hole in the middle of my mixture, and I poured the egg into it. Once I was done pouring my egg into it, just because I didn't want to put my hand straight into the egg, you could use a spatula, whatever you want to use. But I felt using my hand will make the whole mixture get into the egg. So I used the flour to cover the egg. I gently poured the flour mixture over the egg, and then I started to mix it together and then knead my mixture. Please make sure to knead gently. You don't have to rush. Just because it's on camera, it looks faster, but I made sure I kneaded it gently. So please knead your batter gently. Be your dough rather. Mix your dough gently. Remember that when we just added the butter to our flour, it was like breadcrumbs. It was of breadcrumb texture, but now we want to knead it so that everything is incorporated, everything is firm and can be rolled into a ball. So you keep kneading till you get it right. If your mixture is too, if there's a lot of moisture, if your mixture is humid, you could add a bit of flour to make it thicker. So just to add some flavor, I just put a few drops of vanilla flavor, just so that when it is baking, the whole house can smell and there will be the baking vibes. Then now I add a bit of milk. Everybody in Nigeria knows like 3 crowns, I mean. So I add a little bit of evaporated milk to my dough and continue to knead till my milk is incorporated into the dough. Don't forget, knead gently and make sure every part of the dough if you cannot bear the sticky hands, please, I said it earlier, use a spatula or any other instrument or anything that would make it easier for you to turn your dough. But for me, it was using my hands was easier, so I did use my hands, as you can see in the video. Yeah, so I added a bit of flour just so it my cookie would not stick to the pan. I wanted it to be more doughy, if you get my English. I wanted it to be more doughy and not stick to the pan. So now that it has been properly kneaded, I don't know what's wrong with me. Because I do not have a baking spray or a pan spray, I just sprinkled some of my wheat flour into the pan I would be using and spread it just so my cookie dough doesn't stick to the pan, basically. So you take a little bit of the dough, roll it properly on your hands, in your palms rather, and press it down. Now, if you want to make your cookie really thin and really crunchy, you could make your dough balls, your cookie balls really small, and then you press. But I wanted the result I wanted was something chewy. If you had seen me there, I was trying to tell my dad to please leave the kitchen, but no, he stayed and did what he wanted to do. So that's what happened there. So, but I wanted to make my cookie really chewy, so I made the cookie in my hands like really big, so that I could get something really chewy and delicious. So then you go on and on till you're done with your dough. However, if you don't want to finish your dough, you could cover it up in a paper bag or in a nylon and put it in the freezer or refrigerator. But freezer is better. Once your hands start getting sticky, your palms I mean, you sprinkle a little bit of flour like I did, and you just go ahead and do it. By the way, I really hope this video is very instructional for you guys. I don't know if I'm going to post this video because I am so blabbing in this voiceover, but I really, really hope you get your cookie right. And it is really, really tasty and delicious. Please, guys, bear with me. I am not a pro yet in doing YouTube videos. Neither am I a pro in cooking videos or food videos. Like, this is my first try, honestly, and I don't know if I'm getting a hang of it. I'm really doing it well, but I mean, I promised a number of people that I would upload this cookie video. That's why I'm doing it. If not, I just feel like I'm blabbing, so I wouldn't even upload it anymore. But I'm dealing with being perfect, so this video is going to go up anyways. I just hope that you really get it right when you're baking your own chocolate cookies. That's the most important thing. That's the end result. So you could see that I added a bit of flour to my palms so that the cookie dough doesn't stick to my palms. Please don't forget to like this video if you really liked it. Please don't forget to comment if you could make your own chocolate cookies from watching my video. Please send me pictures. You could hit me up by reaching out to me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. I'll leave my handles in the description box below. Please, I look forward to your feedback. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and you could share with your friends too that have a sweet tooth or really, really crave sweet things like chocolate cookies. So now I have done the last one, and it is going straight to the oven. Can you see how pretty it looks? Like, I had to give a dance. Like, this looked really pretty. You would think the flour was sugar. I could have sprinkled sugar. By the way, if you want something nutty, you could add a bit of nuts, peanuts or ground nuts to your dough mixture, and then, or you could just sprinkle some nuts or dip some nuts on your already sized dough. So now out of the oven, about 30 minutes later, and it looks, ooh. I don't know why the top of my cookie got that color, but it didn't burn. But can you see how beautiful, and oh my god, it really tasted nice. It really, really tasted nice. Not to blow my own pipe or hype myself, this cookie really, really tasted nice, and it looks really good. Please, if this video helped you, if you like it, please don't forget to comment in the comment section below. So I had to take a picture of this cookie outside. Please forgive me with the background. Can you see how wonderful it is? And yes, for the slimmer ones, if you wanted yours to be really crunchy, that was it.